What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel. Yes, I'm back on the laptop again. This time, no Yu-Gi-Oh news for today. That'll be Monday, that will most likely be a Monday video. But today's video is going to be a little different because I'm going to be talking about several things that I am looking at on WrestleTalk.com. Big shoutouts to them. Shoutouts to WrestleTalk. If you want to check them out on YouTube. Just type in WrestleTalk on the YouTube search. They'll be there. So anyway, today's video is gonna be in today's video I'm gonna be talking a little bit about what's been going on in WWE, including the latest on whether or not we can see Brock Lesnar compete at WrestleMania, and also WrestleMania going 2 nights, and also which WWE superstar is going to have their theme song return. So right now I want to talk about the announcement that WWE had made this past week. So we found out that WrestleMania, for the first time in history, because of what's been going on, because of the big Crush Card pandemic, the Crush Card virus. Yes, it is a Yu-Gi-Oh meme, I get that. It will now be a 2-night event. So the first night will be Saturday, April 4th, and the second night will be Sunday, April 5th. At 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. So I honestly don't know how that's gonna work out. But here is what they said in the article. WrestleMania 36 is now set for a historic 2-night presentation on WWE Network with former New England Patriot Rob Gronkowski. Yes, Rob Gronkowski is actually getting signed to WWE as of tonight. As of tonight, he's going to show up on SmackDown tonight and talk a little bit more about this historic piece of news. Hosting the shows 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Can't speak. Saturday, April 4th, Sunday, April 5th. Which honestly, though, it's kind of sad that we're now that it's gonna be hosted at the Performance Center. It's so sad because here in LA, the governor of LA and even the mayor of LA as well has told the entire city of LA to stay indoors and to and to close down all non-essential businesses. So my assumption will probably be like local card shops, whatnot. I think Starbucks is also going to be closing down. I'm not so sure about that. But pizzerias, fast food restaurants, and grocery stores are still going to be open. I think Target is also going to be open. Walmart's going to be also open as well. Those are the main stores that are going to be open still because of this pandemic. Apparently, our president is saying that they're making progress. I'm not so sure if that's true or not. I'm not a politician. But yeah, so that's what's been going on here in LA the last few hours or so, last week or so. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad here in LA, and I live across the street from the same elementary school that I went to. It's a ghost town here. It's a ghost town in my neighborhood here, trust me. It's crazy, I know. Continuing on, the 2020 edition of the Showcase of the Immortals will make history as the first to span across multiple days. WrestleMania will not only take place at the Performance Center, but will include multiple locations over 2 nights. So when you think of this night, when you think of WrestleMania being in multiple venues, you think of WrestleMania 2. WrestleMania 2 took place in LA, here in LA, in Chicago, and I want to say in Connecticut, for if I remember right. Let me take a look at that, because I believe that was the case. WrestleMania 2. Venue. Let's take a look, because I know that L.A. and Chicago were two of the So WrestleMania 2, according to this, okay, so that's right. So there were 3 events. The Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale, New York, in which that was taken down. That was taken down a while back, actually. The second one was the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago, and then the LA Sports Arena So I cannot speak today. So LA, Chicago, and New York were the 3 venues for WrestleMania 2. I actually want to look at that, because apparently I want to look at the aftermath. No, reception. Let's have a look at that. Okay, here we are. So this is based off. So this article for WrestleMania 2 is based off of Wikipedia. So I'm actually going to have a look at that. Even Wikipedia is talking about it. talking about the crush card. Reception. Okay, so I'm not gonna read off a lot of it, but I'm just gonna read out some. Critical response to the show was poor, with the decision to host the show in 3 different locations being highly criticized. John Canton of TJR Retro website said, quote, "I'm sure that the idea of doing the show from 3 different venues sounded like a good idea on paper to Vince McMahon, but it was not effective in terms of producing a quality program." Voices of Wrestling's Brian Rose commented that he could see why WWE went with just 1 arena from this point forward. Jason Powell of ProWrestling.net was also happy to learn that subsequent WrestleManias would not be held in 3 separate arenas, saying overall WrestleMania 2 was excessive. The idea of running the show in 3 separate markets was an ill-conceived cash grab, and I'm happy they never went down that road again. So basically, it was pretty bad. It was very poor that night, according to several sources. I remember though that the main event was Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy for the WWE title in a steel cage match, and according to Rob McNew of 411 Mania, he said, quote, "Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy felt more like a Saturday night's main event match than a WrestleMania main event." So Saturday night's main event was completely shut down in 2008, and it was taken down and it was replaced with what we now have called main event, which I don't think we get that on Hulu or something. It was supposed to have been aired on Hulu. I don't know. But there were 12 matches on the card from that night. So the matches in the Nassau Coliseum had featured the Magnificent Morocco with Mr. Fuji against Paul Orndorff one-on-one in a one-on-one match, which ended in a double countout. We had Randy Savage against George the Animal Steel for the Intercontinental title. We had Jake the Snake Roberts against George Wells in a singles match. And then, of course, the one... I think the only one of like 3 matches that everybody was hyping up that, leading to that night was Mr. T with Haiti Kid and Joe Frazier against Roddy Piper with Bob Orton and Lou Duva in a boxing match. As crazy as it sounds, that ended in disqualification. In the Rosemont Horizon, we had the Fabulous Moolah defeating Velvet McIntyre for the women's title. Corporal Kirkner against Nikolai Volkov in a flag match. Andre the Giant winning a WWE versus NFL Battle Royal by eliminating Bret Hart. As crazy as it sounds. The British Bulldogs taking on the Dream Team, which was Bruce Beefcake and Greg Valentine. And then in the LA Memorial Sports Arena, we had Ricky Steamboat against Hercules Hernandez, which I think that was the other one that everyone was talking about. And then the main event, Adrian Adonis against Uncle Elmer, Hoss Funk and the Funks, Hoss and Terry, with Jimmy Hart taking on the Junkyard Dog and Tito Santana. And then, of course, the main event, Hogan and Bundy in that steel cage. So that was the show. That was the card. I'm surprised that after all these years, that's finally going to happen. So as of now, we're getting WrestleMania inside the Performance Center in Orlando. There are rumors speculating that it's going to also take place in Madison Square Garden in New York, and one other venue. I don't remember where. I don't really know where, but that's the rumor. Here's the card as it stands. As it stands right now, the card stands as this: Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar, Edge versus Randy Orton, in which Orton still has yet to accept. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler, John Cena versus The Fiend, Goldberg versus Roman Reigns, Undertaker versus AJ Styles, and of course Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. That's the card as it stands now. We could be getting more matches leading into the final Raw and the final SmackDown before WrestleMania. So you never know. You never know. The Gronk revealed the new format and his role as host on Twitter. The 3-time Super Bowl champion also promised more details on tonight's SmackDown. He tweeted out saying, "It's official. I'm hosting WrestleMania this year, and it's gonna be too big for just one night. For the first time, WrestleMania will be a 2-night event on the 4th and 5th, and he would explain more on SmackDown today." So my thoughts on it. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, I will be watching WrestleMania. But if you guys are wondering about what's gonna be going on, with the result video for that, rest assured, I will not do it on both days. I will only do it on that Sunday. Just to be clear, I will do it on Sunday. Saturday's video, I might do something else. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But all I can tell you is that on that Sunday, I will do the full results for both nights on Sunday. On that Sunday. So just as a disclaimer. So my thoughts on it, I'm not really feeling it, honestly. I wouldn't be too surprised if yeah, honestly, I'm just not really feeling it. Honestly, it's weird. It's just weird. I'm honestly not feeling it. But yeah, so honestly though, I'm really not feeling it. I'm not so sure what other venues they'll host it, but it ought to be interesting. It ought to be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how, excuse me, how it plays out. Anyway, guys, with that being said, you guys are probably wondering which superstar has got their theme song back. None other than Jeff Hardy. He actually announced it on the bump earlier today. He announced it on the bump that he was going to get his theme song back, called "No More Words." It was a song that he used in 2008. Actually, he started using it in 2008 when he returned to WWE after, I think, an injury. So this article was posted by Wrestle Talk. Shoutouts to them. And this is what they wrote in the article. Jeff Hardy fans rejoice. It has been revealed that Hardy's old theme song, No More Words by and Ever After, will be making its long-awaited return. Hardy himself revealed the news on WWE's The Bump, and fans have already started celebrating. He had previously mentioned that he wanted to see the song make a comeback during his segment on WWE Backstage. And the official Twitter page for The Bump has tweeted today saying BRB freaking out because Jeff Hardy just confirmed the impending return of his No More Words theme. The impending return of his No More Words entrance theme. That was posted today at literally at 8 in the morning. Hardy used so Hardy used the theme song from February 2008 until its departure in 2009. The extremely popular High Flyer has been using the OG Hardy Boys theme since its return in 2017. Now fans will finally get the chance to see Hardy make his entrance to his best song once again. So if you guys remember, February 2008, that was right around the time that Jeff Hardy had lost the WWE title to Edge after you guys know what I'm talking about. Hardy made his return from injury last week on SmackDown despite competing in front of no fans. He was able to defeat Baron Corbin with a twist of fury and a swanton bomb. So I want to quote that for a second. Notice the name, Twist of Fury. It's Twist of Fate, but the reason why they changed it to Fury is because Jeff's brother Matt left WWE to go to AEW Dynamite. And if I remember, and I swear I do not watch AEW. I am not that type of person. I am not my friend Casey, okay? She watches AEW. I am not her. Trust me. I don't watch AEW. I prefer WWE because in my opinion, it's better. But however there were clips of it on Facebook or something from it on Facebook, and apparently they have a pay-per-view coming up called Blood and Guts. And supposedly it's going to be the Inner Circle versus the Elite, and with Matt Jackson, I think Matt Jackson completely taken out of the picture. Matt Hardy showed up as broken Matt Hardy. So I think AEW has officially took the name Twist of Fate for themselves. I think they took claim to that. So that's why WWE changed it to Twist of Fury. Honestly, I don't like it. I'm just gonna keep it real. That I don't like. And a swanton bomb. Prior to his return, Hardy spent most of 2019 sidelined with an injury and personal problems. During his appearance on WWE Backstage, he revealed that during his time away, he went to rehab, and for the first time in his life, to get himself straight. So yeah, so obviously Hardy has had a lot of problems in his career, legal problems and whatnot. But he's back. That's exciting. It's awesome to see Jeff Hardy get his old theme song back. I can't wait to hear it. If he does show up to SmackDown tonight, I cannot wait to hear it. It's gonna be awesome. Anyway, guys, with that being said, now there's a little bit of a piece of news that we need to talk about. It's actually pertaining to Brock Lesnar potentially not competing at WrestleMania. So the question that was posted on WrestleTalk, it was, could travel woes keep Brock Lesnar from competing at WrestleMania? So the article says Brock Lesnar currently is a resident of Saskatchewan. I believe that is in Canada. And with the travel bans being instituted, there are questions surrounding whether or not he will be able to get in the country for WrestleMania. According to Dave Meltzer, of course, Dave Meltzer, the current belief is that Brock Lesnar will be able to get into the country if he isn't already, to be at Raw and WrestleMania. However, if travel bans get any more strict and Lesnar isn't currently in the country, he could be prevented from making the show. So this actually pertains to what's been going on in the world. So we found out that the border from California, Arizona, I think, and Texas going into Mexico is completely shut off. However, there are certain things that can potentially allow you to cross that border, but who knows? And they even shut off also the Canadian border as well. So and that's where Brock Lesnar currently resides in. We all know, he was born and raised in Minneapolis. Now, according to what the reports said from UFC, he now resides in Canada, as far as I know. It was reported earlier that WWE is planning to pre-tape all upcoming events, including WrestleMania. It's possible that Brock and Drew McIntyre record their match as early as this week. If Lesnar is in the country already, then that would seem to be the smartest thing to do. If he leaves, he may not be able to get back in. Although Vince has a lot of political connections and most likely could pull some strings to get him in the country. However, other superstars without the drawing power of Lesnar look to be out of luck for the time being. Robert Roode sent out a tweet earlier seemingly indicating he wasn't able to travel into the US. The same brothers seem to also be unable to get into the US either. For those wondering, Kevin Owens, while Canadian, currently lives in Florida. So the match between Rollins and Owens will be intact. If Brock Lesnar is unable to compete, then that would be a major blow to the show. Many fans are most looking forward to the potential of a Drew McIntyre win at WrestleMania. So, honestly though, this pretty much ties into what I've been theorizing in my mind for a bit, because we all know that when it comes to big events like the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and whatnot, Brock Lesnar brings in a lot of money. We all know that. We all know that he brings in a lot of money, and with the fact that there are no fans, with the fact that there's gonna be no fans attending WrestleMania, even if, in my opinion, I think even if Brock Lesnar was able to, cross the Canadian border to get to WrestleMania, he wouldn't do it. He would not do it because there are no fans. He wants fans to experience Brock Lesnar. So my thoughts on it, I think it's, I don't know. I think not seeing Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania is going to be brutal. It's going to be absolutely brutal. It's going to be brutal. But then again, as the article stated, It could be possible to see Vince to have, it could be possible for Vince to pull the strings, but you never know. But truth be told, the WWE Network official Twitter have posted a video that featured Brock Lesnar's WWE debut in 2002. I think it was like right after WrestleMania or of some sort. But anyway, guys, that is all the news for today. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all this. What you guys think about having WrestleMania, this year's WrestleMania in multiple venues. Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious. And with that being said, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My links will be down in the description below. And if you guys have any family, I know that we got the big epidemic that's been going on. But if you guys want to send fan mail, my address is down below. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put that on hold. I'm gonna put the fan mail on hold. Just until this blows over. Until this blows over, fan mail will be postponed. However, my address will still be in the description below. If you want to send fan mail, I'll probably end up having to quarantine it. But anyway, guys, on that, this is your boy Nash signing out.